Hi guys, and welcome back to another Xanco Jewellers watch review. Today we're looking at yet again a Richard Mille, one of my personal favorite Richard Mille lines. We're looking at the Richard Mille RM 7201. So without further ado, let's get into it. For a bit of background, the 7201 range was released back in 2020, so it's quite a relatively young collection to the Richard Mille range. And another fun fact is that it actually houses one of Richard Mille's first in-house caliber movements. It does have many variations, with the white ceramic being the counterpart to this. They were released together. My personal favorite out of the two would be the black ceramic. I think is a bit more masculine, whereas the white ceramic definitely leans more into a feminine market, but I think this one is definitely a unisex piece as well. Now diving into the watch's aesthetics, which is probably my favorite part about this watch, it of course has the signature RM tonneau case shape, which is synonymous with a lot of the brand's cases. The black TZP ceramic bezel and backplate with the rose gold mid case I think makes for the perfect contrast. Black against rose gold really pops, but it's also quite subtle and understated where you do see the hints of rose gold. Inside the watch's dial, it obviously has a skeletonized dial, as most RMs do, with an open case back allowing you to see the movement. And on the dial there are only 3 numerals, being in Arabic numerals the 11, 3 and 8 o'clock, which I think adds a nice symmetry even though they are placed asymmetrically. The dial has a minutes indicator at 1 o'clock with orange accents. They have 24 hours indicator at 5:30 with lime green accents, and the seconds indicator at 9 with blue accents, again adding a pop of color and a bit of contrast to the rose gold. It then has a date window at 7 o'clock with white outlining, functions indicator at 3 o'clock, and a black tachymeter around the inside of the dial with white accents. I think all of these colors really just add a pop and a freshness to the dial, which otherwise, if they had used just standard colors, might have looked a bit bland. The hands and numerals are of course made with 18 karat rose gold combined with a clean white finish within. To finish off the watch's aesthetics and the flushness of this black ceramic, it has a black rubber strap with rose gold deployable clasp, and then it has on the case a crown with a 5 spleen design. Now jumping into the technical specifications of this watch, you of course have the case dimensions, which are 38.4 millimeters in width, 47.3 millimeters in length, and 11.68 millimeters thick. This watch, for that reason, is actually quite thin compared to other Richard Milles. I would say it's more along the lines or closer to the 6701 and 6702 in terms of size, and of course the 7201 in other materials. The movement is Richard Mille's CRMC1. This is a flyback chronograph, which is an amazing function with a double tilting pinion clutch system. The power reserve of this watch is 50 hours, give or take 10% on top of that, so 55 hours, 45 hours. And the functions are of course the skeletonized movement with an automatic bidirectional winding for the hours, minutes and small seconds, the date and the flyback chronograph and stop seconds as well. To activate the flyback chronograph, you would of course press the top pusher to activate the chronograph. You can then push the lower pusher when it's running to instantly reset, and then to stop the chronograph you just press the upper pusher again and then press the lower pusher to reset the whole chronograph to 0 in a non-running state. The watch then has 30 meters of water resistance, which is synonymous with pretty much every model, and I think that's great because Richard Milles definitely look more sporty, and I would love to wear this watch in particular in the pool in a sunny location. Now in terms of the market price for this watch, it has also shot up significantly in the last few years, with the black ceramic now retailing on the secondary market around £335,000 for a 2025 example like this one in unworn condition, compared to its counterparts such as the RM7201 titanium, which would be anywhere around £240,000 for a 2025 unworn. I would say that is definitely a significant difference, but justifiable through having a black ceramic and rose gold case. The white ceramic, for all of its flamboyance, is slightly higher than the black ceramic I have in my hands, which would sit on the secondary market at £350,000. And then one of the more recent releases from Richard Mille, which is the Charles Leclerc 7201 or the Monaco edition, which features a white ceramic case with red hues, would be on the market now for around £500,000. With that being said, out of all of the 7201s that are on the market today, I think this black ceramic really lives up to its lifestyle chronograph nickname. It definitely is more understated, but it can also be a showstopper of a piece on your wrist, especially with the pops of rose gold on the side of the case. I think just all in all, it's a really good pickup for a versatile, sporty piece with a flyback chronograph, and that is backed by the fact that many of Richard Mille fans enjoy the 7201 range. It's good both for size and versatility, and personally, if I wasn't going for this black ceramic, I would choose the 7201 titanium for the exact same reasons as I would wear this. It's versatile and easy to wear, and that's why I think this is a great pickup if you can get it in your collection. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this review, and please remember to give a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.